Hey everyone, welcome back to Taking Tarazona Up. You can see it's been a bit of a crazy season. All the teams around us losing, and it's Zara who are top of the table at the moment, but we are 3 points behind. So I will begin showing you some highlights. So after a boring nil-nil in the last live game, you can see we took advantage of a set piece on the way to a 3-0 victory in a snowy environment. It's nice to see the change of environment. Iglesias with a couple of goals in this one, and he was our winger who we've turned into more of a Metzala. And you can see great build-up play and third man running. Really good to get that victory. We continued our great run with a 5-2 victory away from home. Again, Iglesias from that central position scoring a goal. But then look at this for a defensive error. Oh, he's got one in him, does Diarra. But on the whole, he is central to our plans. But yeah, he does drop a clanger every so often. And I think we ended up even going 2-0 down here. Jorge getting 2 goals. But we certainly took our revenge, drawing a level before half time. Arezzo with some good wing play and cuts it in, and it's our man Zaletta again, poaching from towards the near post. And some good build-up play again. Iglesias this time turning provider, and what Hugo lacks in pace, he does offer in crossing, finishing, and two-footedness. Again, he tucks away a penalty as well. And we get a final fifth goal here. Carpio with a fantastic ball. And who is it? It's McNichol for his first senior goal. And I'll show you McNichol's profile. And he really has improved. And to have something like 14 dribbling at this level is really a bit of a game changer. So I can't really justify starting him up front because we've just got Zaletta there. But what I'm actually going to do is have him come on as an inside forward on the kind of left midfield. And if I kind of, oh, I can't highlight that yet, but I'll highlight it on the right hand side. So inside forward. You can see he's got a lot of the kind of stats apart from pace and passing. You know, he's got the dribbling and finishing and the flair, composure, and things like balance and agility. So, really hoping he can have an impact there towards the end of the season. In our next match, then, we continue our good form from corners, which is really good to see. We hadn't scored a corner all season. Bearing in mind we've got some good set piece players, and we scored. And look at that for a goalkeeper error. Hugo Rodriguez in great form at the moment, and we go 2-0 up. Aresso's great pace on the right hand side, driving towards the byline, and he just whips it in. And who's there? Zaletta, like usual, bit of a fox in the box, isn't he? And then another corner. So good to see. I didn't realize we scored quite so many, but I've changed the kind of the delivery to mixed. I know front post corners have been well and truly nerfed here, so it's good to see that coming to fruition. Finally, then, we had one of those games that sort of sums up our season where we make loads of chances, but we concede to a really clear goal scoring opportunity. We went quite direct in this game. We had like 4 or 5 strikers on at one point, and you can see Zoletta, thank goodness, showing some kind of composure, but a sort of disappointing 1-0 draw. As you can see, XG of 1.6 to zero point 0.7. Bit disappointing. Okay, everyone, I think I've settled on our tactics to face Amorebieta. We're going with our patented sit back and hit people on the counter attack. The only difference is I've put Jack McNichol in. He's in such good form and he appears um, on the kind of statistical panel as someone who's really good at creating chances and all that kind of stuff. So to have him here, um, I'm gonna set him as an inside forward. We're gonna have him on attack um, in order for him to really try and get into the box. And you can see all the instructions there. I guess you can pause it if you're if you're super interested, but it's essentially low block, direct with a higher tempo, and you can see we're level on points with Amorebieta. Izara are playing, I think, Logroñez today, so we're hoping that they're going to drop points. But I think it's just one where really I'll be happy with the draw. Hopefully get something um, on the counter attack. So let's ask them to do us proud. And we've got one of these annoying interviews. Uh, how important is a good performance? We want a good performance, of course. We'll just check how much pace does this striker have? Yeah, it's quite pacey, so I'm glad we're playing a deep block, and Dorio's also pacey. So this seems like the way to go, in all honesty. Hope to pick something up from a corner, a set piece, and if we need to go more attacking, we'll go more attacking. But we get one of these boring initial highlights here. I do like playing on extended, and I don't know if you've got any feedback if you watch these videos, but so we pick the ball up, but we immediately lose it again. They're quite wide, aren't they? I wonder if we need to change any of that. But I don't like that we've got a through ball when we're playing so deep, but I think we had enough coverage to kind of put that person off, really. We've got a set piece. Iglesias with the ball. Royo picking it up, and it's Arezzo with the goal. It doesn't appear to be offside for once either. So, just like I said in the build-up, look at our fans who've taken about 15 away fans. Um, five of them appear to be the same person with red hair, which is hilarious. But look at that, Royo across to Arezzo, and does have height on the right wing, does Arezzo. It's going to say it's a tight offside, but it's about a yard on. Interesting. Just another excuse to see the goal again. And Altimira, our defensive midfielder, has really come on in terms of his attributes. When he joined, I was really disappointed because his attributes went down slightly. But apparently, my coaches are saying, due to his exposure to first team football, he's made really big improvements. So that's great to see. We'll see him pick up the ball here in a deep area, but it just then goes on to the next highlight. What I might do is take our tempo down, so we don't rush things quite as much. Good block, and we get the clearance. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take our tempo down slightly. So we're not forcing the play quite as much. Um, and I might ask us to keep the ball here. We're just going to throw it long to our fullbacks. I think that's a good way to go. If they equalise, we'll go back. Oh, good block from the wall there. The wall doing its job. Disappointing to pick up another highlight from this corner, though. We'll see if we can get it cleared. We do. It's Royo. He doesn't have great technicals, Royo, but he for some reason seems to really sort of outperform his fellow defenders. As you can see here, he's on a 7.1 and everyone else is on a kind of high sixes. The momentum is truly with them, but hopefully our kind of deep block is enabling us to keep it tight at the back and we're able to retain possession. And we don't have another highlight. So yeah, I think honestly just keep it as it is with a good team talk. We want to motivate the boys. Things are going well, but we're capable of even better. Let's reassure Pastor. He's motivated now, which is good. We need Sito not to get a yellow card, so we'll tell him to calm down. Um, Same with Jack McNichol. That's fine. I think we'll bring off Jack McNichol at about 55 minutes, just because he's young on a yellow card, and we have got someone who can deputise for him. Famous last words before he gets a yellow card, eh? So we play it along the back here. Into midfield, back to defence. Carpio on the ball, spreads it wide really nicely. Let's hope Arezzo can drive down the line. He plays a sensible ball back, and we have Iglesias in the typical Metsala position. as I. Oh, and it's McNichol. He is coming into form. What did I say? Take him off at 55 minutes, and he's doing a bit of an Irish jig there. Maybe a Scottish one, a nod to his heritage, let's say, even though he's our Aussie wunderkind. Look at that. Goalkeeper gets a hand to it, and I still think we're going to bring him off, but we'll keep him on until the 60th minute. And we will pause the game, and we will bring him off, and we'll bring in Hugo Rodriguez. We're going to drop him into an inverted winger on support, though. And we will ask him to cross from deep and cross more often because if I show you his attributes, I mean, he's not got much pace, but he's got great delivery, good passing and vision for this level. Are there any other changes we want to make? I just need to keep Sito on for his pace. He's just signed a new contract and he's one of our best players. So I've asked him to kind of calm down. Have I got us all on stuck in? I have got us all on stuck in. So if I put him as ease off tackles, that should hopefully go some way to stop him um, getting sent off. I think Hugo knows why he's coming on to keep the ball a little bit more. And look how we've restricted them to chances. Really, really good stuff. Honestly, maybe this low block and being a bit more direct has something in it, but we've got to survive this corner first. Let's hope we can get a big head to it. We do initially. Hugo Rodriguez doing his best to press with his low pace. And you see we're dropping back well. And that's good to see it go out of play. Let's hope we don't pick up another highlight here. What we're going to do now is we will just play it short. We're going to bring these guys back into midfield. We're going to have Hugo just as a winger now on support. Sito, you're going to play fullback on support. We're not going to ask any more than that. We're going to be disciplined. We've got low pace and we're not even going to counter. Slow pace down and we'll go on to high time wasting. And even Zuleta is going to be... No, we'll keep him as he is. We want him somewhat on the shoulder, don't we? But because we're playing short, we don't want him too unattached from our midfield. Looks like we're seeing the game out. In fact, we even have a corner, and it's nice to see our winger there kind of taking someone out the box. Look at who's this causing a problem here? Carmona really causing a problem on the keeper. We really are time wasting here, well and truly. And Zaleta forces a good save. Maybe because we took someone away from the front post. But we're going to have to wait an age for this next highlight now again, which is hilarious. So, our fans wanted us to play good attacking football, but we've found a way to get a result another way here. Picking up the second ball is really good to see. Carpio on the edge with a ferocious strike. And hopefully that's all she wrote. One more highlight here. Oh, it's hit the bar. Hit the bar twice. Bounced along the frame of the goal there. Don't get much closer than that. As we're into the final minute here. You can see how compact we are. And Diarra picking the ball up. But what a good victory this is. It looks like with 30 seconds to go, I don't think they're going to be able to score a couple of goals. But we're going long. Up to Zuleta. They pick up the second ball, but we're kind of narrow enough. I think that was an important part of the tactics. I think if we go direct, it's always useful to sort of stay narrow just to pick up those second balls. And great clearance from Royo. What did I say at the beginning of the game? And we're into the end of the game now, and a great victory there from the lads. What a great team performance. Who was our standout player? Of course, Diogo Arroyo. If I show you his stats, you can see technicals. I mean, they're there in places, one dribbling, but I think upon reflection, I think if a centre back has like good things like bravery, decisions, strength, and pace, that can um, kind of cover a lot of any technical deficiencies. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm trying to replace him because he is 33. I think when he gets down to sort of something like 11, 10 pace, that's where we'll be worried. But his strength is going to stay up, and that puts us top of the league, guys, I believe. Our take is in. The lads seem really happy with that, but I'll show you the table. So I'll say we rode our luck 'cause we really did. We were excellent. It was a top performance. Love an early goal. So I'll just show you this, and yes, we're above Itzara, who have a game to play, but are above on goal difference. So thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you in the next one.